Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and apologies, things have been a little bit quiet over recent weeks as I've had quite a lot of family commitments with the approaching wedding of my daughter and a busy weekend out with the boys for their stag weekend. So fully recovered from that and now back into providing some further material for the channel. And I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on things that have been arriving over recent weeks. There's been a hive of different activity and things arriving. I haven't really had much time to get on the painting table, but it hasn't stopped me doing a bit of surfing, a bit of research, and making some purchases. So I just wanted to share with you, first of all, a couple of books. This one, the Atlas of the Battles and Campaigns of the American Revolution. This is one, again, I've seen published quite a while ago through the Hellion stable of books. I've got a number of these atlases for the Napoleonic period, and this one particularly being the War of Independence was one I was interested in. This came up on the Hellion book sale, and I got nearly 75% off the value of this, so I'm really pleased to get a copy of that. And as you can see, it's really nicely done with some lovely maps. Great Wargames material. If you're collecting forces of this period and want to research some battles, you've got all the maps there as well, and the different battles as and when they took place. So some really nice information there. Looking forward to having a good read of that in due course, and using that very much as a research item going forward. A few weeks back, as you know, I went to the National Arboretum and stayed in Lichfield, just outside, down the road from there, and was doing a little trawl of the local charity shops, and I came across this book here. It's an old book by Stephen Turnbull, a noted historian of the Japanese samurai period. For me, this was a must at £2, a second-hand book, and again, some interesting material in there, various things that I've already got information wise, but some useful material all the same. And Stephen Turnbull, got a number of his books, very much an authority in this area, and so anything like that becomes available for me is very much a given, as I am collecting samurai related war games bits and pieces, and have been for some time. So a little bargain there at a local charity shop. The next items I received were from the Society of Ancients. So you remember, I recently bought and played a set of rules from there, Alhar, from the Hoplite Warfare. One game I have seen being played a lot at the Guildford Wargames Club is this one here, the Saxon Shore is Burning. Apologies if I have already mentioned this on the channel. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I've had this a few weeks now, but I just wanted to share with you this game. It looks really attractive. You get a lot in the package. I'm just going to quickly show you what you get. There is a bit of preparation involved, and that's the one thing I haven't had time to do yet, as you will see why in a moment. But for the price point, exceptionally good value for money. So this is very much a two-player game of the barbarian conspiracy of 367 AD against the Roman Britons. So you've got a little rule book there, nothing too complex, mainly black and white, but it's, yeah, some interesting bits in there. You've got a lovely map, which I'll show you in a moment. It's done in two parts. You've got sequence of play sheets they include in there for you. The good thing I like about Society of Ancients is everything that they produce is done by gamers for gamers. So these are people often with quite big names in the historical circles. They really understand the period that they're talking about. So these are the counters. So really lovely, vibrant colours, but as you will note, they're not punch-out counters, so they're going to have to be cut. Pretty good cardstock, so I don't think that's going to be a problem, but just a bit of time to cut them out. But they're very, very simple, straightforward counters. I think they look really nice. I love the colour palettes that have been used. We've got some more here, different sort of counters that do different things. Again, these lovely vibrant colours, really like those, nice and easy to see. This is a period I've always been interested in. Some more there. The Romans, Roman Britons. They're not double backed, single sided counters, so yeah, you get all of that in the package. I'll just quickly show you a little bit of the maps as well. Say there's two parts to the maps, but again they're this really nice thick paper stock, nice big hexes as you can see there, a nice big key to the map. You can see there it's going to be a map of Great Britain, but it's pretty basic, but again using that similar very nice clear colour palette that you saw on the counters, and they are really going to pop on here when you get them on the table there as well. So that looks really nice. Hats off to them again. A really nice publication. This game has been around a little while, I think about 7 years in its current format, but again well worth a visit to their website. You can pick up some really good quality publications, games, become a member even if it's a period that interests you, and when you do buy items from them, they are dispatched very, very quickly. I normally receive things from them within 24-48 hours. Exceptional service here in the UK from the Society of Ancients. On a separate note, some different things that I got from them. So first of all, I've bought a copy of Blood Red Roses. This is the new game of battles in the War of the Roses. So I do play a bit of Bill Hooks currently. This is a very different game. I heard about this on the WSS podcast. I quite like the sound of it. It's a different kind of way of approaching the Wars of the Roses. We've got some card mechanics and things in there. Perhaps I'll do a separate video on this one, so I'll save that one for now. And I also bought some older publications from them. So the first one is an old design from Professor Philip Sabin of Lost Battles fame. If any of you have read his Lost Battles book or indeed got his game of that, absolutely phenomenal producer of war games related material. This was a game that was brought out quite a while ago and reproduced. Again, I'll just quickly show you a little bit of this as well. Again, maybe a little bit of preparation on this one also. But again, you've got this sort of rules booklet, which does look quite in-depth, to be honest. So it's going to take a little bit of reading, that one. You've got maps, which again are on this nice glossy sort of paper, but fairly basic sort of straightforward maps there. But you've got overlay terrain tiles, so you can cut these out and add these on to the tables to give you different. Again, you've got a different layouts. You've got to get these all cut out. So again, there's going to be a bit of work there with that, and likewise with the counters. Although the counters are very nice, there's quite a lot of information on them, it looks, and they're quite small, but there's an awful lot of them. 5-6 sheets, I believe, of various counters. Again, they've all got to be cut out. Potentially with these I would probably have to mount them. However, I would say I didn't buy the game because of this element. I bought the game with the view to maybe using Wargames figures with it. This for me was the pot of gold, the rules themselves. I like Philip Salin's approach to wargaming. I loved his Lost Battles series, so I was quite intrigued to see what he might do. A bit of an impulse purchase maybe, but quite interested to sort of see how he's put that game together. And finally, an old game again, which has been published a couple of times. This is the latest version of Call It Quids. This is the Wargaming the Battle of Kadesh. Again, Society of Ancients. This is all about chariots and the Pharaoh Ramesses and the game that comes with that. As you can see here, again, you get an unusual map with this one. So I'm going to show you that first. This is on quite thin glossy paper, so this might be certainly might be a more of a plexiglass job over the top, but you've got combat outcome tables at both ends of the map, so that's good. Whichever side you're sitting, you should be able to access that. But yeah, I've read some pretty interesting reports around this game. It's, as I say, it's been around a little while, but I have looked at a number of games that focus on this battle. Some look extremely complex and long-winded. Others look very counter heavy. For me, I wanted something quick and not too counter heavy. So as you can see there's not many counters. The only issue is, again, this is paper thin. You're going to need to mount these onto card or whatever your chosen requirement is. I'm going to use MDF counters to mount these. I think they'll look quite nice, make them pop. But quite looking forward to playing that. The rules themselves, again, really interesting because there's a lot of notes around the historical campaign with the rules kind of mixed in around that. So you've got sources, you've got maps, lots of examples of play, which for its time is very, very good. And again, lots of history, which is really interesting as well. So that's Call It Quids. So it's been a busy few weeks in terms of new arrivals and purchases and things. I've had a couple of board games arrive as well, which I'm going to do separate unboxing videos for, and ultimately hopefully some reviews in due course also. But for now, I hope that's just sort of brought you up to speed with my recent arrivals, and look forward to bringing you some more material very, very soon. And thank you again for supporting and watching the channel.